Hi, my name is Susan Leahy,
And I'm Freeman Michaels.
and we're the co-founders of Group to Team Leadership Solutions. And welcome to It's Time for Team, where we're going to share some practical tips that will empower and inspire the teams that you work on and the teams that you live with.
And today we want to talk about respect, specifically the 3 levels of respect.
And Freeman, how important it is that really to be on a high-functioning team, you have to really be a team that respects one another.
Yeah, we talk about the levels of respect starting sort of at the bottom with what we call tolerance. And tolerance and team are not compatible. And a lot of us in work environments go around in a sort of tolerant mindset. We're tolerating each other, but we're not connected in a more profound way.
Right. I kind of see people's arms crossed when I hear tolerating. And when I assume this position, I know what I'm tolerating as a mother. When I'm sitting there looking at my children with my arms crossed, tolerating the noise or tolerating the game. And in the workplace and at home, when you're resting on the first step of tolerance, then you really are not near being able to manifest or create team.
And I love that you brought in home, because for us, leadership occurs in every area of our life. It's not sufficient to show up as a leader who's committed to team at work and then not be that in our communities or in our homes. So this is a way of being, and we want to move up the ladder. So we start with tolerance, and the next level up is civility.
And I'll tell you about civility, which is so interesting. I think people get trapped here because civility is nice manners. Civility is playing it nice, kind of saying what you're supposed to say, S&N, smile and nod, and really this can get you trapped into group and keep you from elevating into experiencing team.
Yeah, we talk often in our work that obligation and excellence are energetically incompatible. So if we're being nice out of obligation or because we should, it doesn't create the kind of connection that's really required to elevate to team.
And I think when I'm sitting on the space of being civil, I'm creating the greatest rationalization for me not to really look at my behavior. It's like, what? I said thank you.
Right.
What? I said please. And so this is where we can really rationalize away some bad behavior that keeps us from really experiencing that next level, which is the most important level and is what supports you in being high functioning teams, is that you have to hold your teammates and yourself in high regard.
Yeah, and high regard means that I want for you what you want for you. We often talk about cheering. Who's cheering for you on your team? Who are you cheering for? And maybe more importantly, who aren't you cheering for? Really taking a look at where we pull back from being fully committed to this high level of respect.
Yeah, and that looking at tolerance and civility, it's really inwardly focused. You're only focused on yourself. But I love what you just said, Freeman, that when you hit that space of high regard, there's the recognition that you're including the other person. You want for them what's best for them. You want for you what's best for you. And really, desiring team is what's best for the whole.
You know, it was interesting. In our last training, we had a couple of big breakthroughs. One of the folks stood up who had some trouble embracing this.
Are you talking about Kevin?
Yes, I am.
Yes, he was amazing. It was an amazing transformation.
What he said was powerful. He said, I just got it, that I can disagree with someone and hold them in high regard. And what we moved into is part of high regard is being willing to disagree and still stay in a relationship.
Yeah, and I was amazed at just his personal transformation through that experience, that he could stand there and be in what he believed without being in the tension of disagreeing or holding the other person just like I'm going to tolerate them. He really was experiencing what it meant to be able to hold someone else in high regard and how empowering that experience was for him.
Well, and part of the high regard is that we call it carefronting, not confronting, that we care enough to say something when something doesn't feel comfortable or when something isn't going, in a particular way, to say, excuse me, hang on one second, I don't feel good about this. And that actually, even though it brings in a sort of discomfort, it's required. It's the high regard, because playing nice in those instances is not going to get us to team.
It's not going to get us into team. So thank you so much, Freeman. Always fun being on a team with you. And that's all the time we have for team today. Again, my name is Susan Leahy.
And I'm Freeman Michaels. And if you want more of this, please come to our website. We're at www.grouptoteam.com. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks for watching.